take these clips off of the printer, they have these small little pieces attached to them, and this is what, get it turned around. So they look like this whenever they come off the printer, and this is what allows the whole circle to print, and so it doesn't come apart and you end up with a mess. That's just the support material. So when I take them off, I have to remove all of these, and I'm left with, let me see if you can see this, a little bit of buildup right here on the edge where it has to lay down some plastic so that it has something to adhere to. So whenever you get these, I go through each one of them and I use these little nippers and I just trim that little bit off. And you have to do, I have to do this, otherwise you can't get them in the little holes because it will be it'll be really too tight. So I trim that little piece off, and this is how you will receive them, where they're already trimmed and ready to go. Now, if you have a brand new pegboard and for some reason maybe the hole is a little tight, all you need to do is take like a fingernail file, or I don't have one handy, but I'll do this with the file. So you can just give that a little file if you think it's just a little bit too tight for your pegboard. But I have a brand new pegboard and I haven't had to do this to maybe one or two. Just trimming it off like you saw me do to begin with has been enough for mine. But just in the event that it's a little tight, then use a fingernail file. Use, if you have a block, I don't have one laying handy. If you have a block sander or something like that, just sand a little bit off and try it again. You don't want to have to. These should be snug, but not so snug that you can't get them in the hole.
So this is the glitter wall I put up with all of my hooks, and I'm going to show you how easy this is. When you get your hooks, like I showed you in the first part of this, I have trimmed that support material off so they should fit in the holes, and this is assuming that that you don't have to do anything else to it. This is mine. This is a brand new pegboard, so these other pegs, I've not put anything into them, and it's very simple. I just kind of put my finger in the middle and then just kind of rock it back and forth, and then it's there. You want it to be tight, but you don't want it to be so tight that you can't get those little prongs in these holes. And then to get it out, I just kind of rock it back and forth. You'd want to be, this is still plastic, so you want to be a little bit careful with it if you need to move it. But like I said in the first part of the video, if you find it's a little too tight and you can't get it in these holes, just take your sanding block or a fingernail file and file a little bit of plastic off until it fits. But I haven't had to take extra sanding to any of these, but maybe one or two that I didn't get quite enough of the support cut off of it. But that's how you do it, and it's very simple. So that's it. And then again, like I said, rock it back and forth to get them out.